What if your productivity app could tell you, stop, you're doing too much? What if it could block you from starting a new work until you finish what you've started? That's not a feature you would find in Notion, Trello, or any task manager you've ever used. Welcome to the Mamba Mentality Workflow, the behavioral execution system we're building in this series. My name is Simza Chekalua, and this is Code Unparalleled. We're building a full stack ASP.NET Core MVC application on .NET 10 from a completely empty project to a fully deployed system. We'll have Entity Framework Core, ASP.NET Core Identity, Hangfire background jobs, email integration. We're going to have Chat.js analytics, gamification with badges. We're going to have dark mode. We're going to have an accountability engine that will tell you when you're slacking. The goals here are simple. Before a single line of code, here is where we're going. We're going to log in, and once we log in, you're going to see a dashboard. You'll see that we have dark theme, light theme. We have a task you ought to focus on. You'll see that it can show you the tasks that you have. You can proceed to add a task, give it a timeline. You can also see your report in real time, see your dashboards. You have also your profile that just shows you the achievement you've done, your streak. At what rate are you performing? You have your admin panel. Yeah, you can see other users that are within the system, what's being done. And we are going to build every pixel of this from zero into the things that are done. So first of all, make sure that you have .NET 10 installed. If you don't have it, you can go to the Windows and go to the Microsoft website. Make sure you're using Visual Studio 2022, at least 1708. Or if you prefer to use Visual Studio Code, everything here should also work. We're going to use the local SQL database, which comes with Visual Studio, so that shouldn't be an issue. So let's begin. Before we begin, I would like to thank today's sponsor, ZZZ Projects, creators of Entity Framework extensions, Dapper Plus, Back Operations, among others. If you use Entity Framework, you know how large data operations can affect performance. Entity Framework extensions solves that with powerful features like back insert, back update, back delete, and many more, fully compatible with EF Core 10. It is a great tool for building fast, data-driven .NET applications. You can check it out using the link in the description below. Thanks once again to ZZZ Projects for sponsoring the video. Now, let's get started. So we're going to begin with a new project. I'm going to open our Visual Studio, and I'm going to select new project, and this will be an MVC model view controller. I'll select that, and we'll call this the Mamba Mentality Workflow Final.web. Create that, and we're just gonna stick to the defaults. We're gonna have controllers, which we'll talk about them in detail. Then we're gonna have models. Models is where we're gonna put our domain entities. So I'll just proceed to add two folders there. Domain, these will be your entities. And then you're gonna have view models. These are just what you want to render on your view. So you see the importance as we go. So view models, this is where we're going to put those view models. We are going to have services. So I'm going to create a folder. I'm going to call it services. And within the service, you want to have an interface, more like a contract that you define what you will do. So I'm going to add a folder here. I'm going to call this folder interfaces. Then what the interface will have, we'll just have the contract. You want to have the actual implementation. So I'll add another folder, and I'll call that implementations. And then we want this app to send us emails, could be SMS, whatever you want to do. So you want to do it periodically. So I also add another folder. I'll call this background jobs. So call this background jobs. Done. We are going to have a layer that now talks to our data, things like Entity Framework itself, the context, and whatever we need to do. We want to seed some data to begin with, so these things will go into there. So I'm also going to create a folder. I'm going to call that data. Now remember, this is just a service. So I also want to have an infrastructure where I can also implement whatever I have in my background jobs. So I'm going to create another folder. I'm going to call that folder infrastructure. Then there are things that we need in a project that are run between a request and a response. And we call those middlewares. So it's like we want to put in some custom behavior between those two. So I'm going to add another folder. I'm going to call this folder middleware. And everything will be discussed as we proceed with this. But what we're doing here is just trying to set things up. For instance, the control here will never touch the database. It can if you want, but from best practice, a controller is just like your traffic control officer. It just says, give me that, render this. So you want that to be done in services. The services will be the one that handles the business logic. So this separation is what will make our app testable and maintainable. And there'll be things that we need to use in this series in terms of packages. So we want to have libraries that are already packaged for that purpose so that we can use. One of them is going to be from a core. So you're going to click on your project. You're going to select manage NuGet packages. Then I want to install Entity Framework. So Entity Framework has to be the same with your .NET version. So this is version 10. So make sure you install version 10 within that. So I'll install that Entity Framework core. That's installed. We need SQL Server because we're using a local DB, but it's still SQL Server as our database provider. I'll install that as well. We are going to run migrations, as you see. So we're going to have the tools. We're going to bring that as well. So we're going to apply that. We're also going to have what we call identity. So this will help us to do with roles, authentication, whatnot. And we'll have a dedicated video for that. So we're going to go with this one. .identity.enter from a core. We're going to install that. We also want to log things. So I'll bring Serilog. Serilog is just what you use to, it's a logging framework. So I'm going to install Serilog, bring it in. And I want to also do the syncs.file. So these are called syncs. This one, what it does is it writes to files. So I'm going to install that as well. Like I said, we'll have background services and we're going to use Hangfire. So I'll bring in Hangfire as well. So Hangfire.SQL Server. I'll bring in that one. I'll start with the core. Bring that in. If you need more on this, you'll see that you can find Hangfire, fire and forget, delete. So these are recurring tasks in .NET Core. Let's add the SQL Server as well. We want to have its tables as well within our database. So apply that. Once that's done, I'm going to double click on this, the project, just to confirm that we have indeed installed what we want in our project. And once you've seen that, you will see that we have our NuGet packages. Now I'm going to go to the program.cs, and this is what we call, this is where we have, so we have three things here. We're going to add our services, our dependencies. We're going to have our middleware, and finally we're going to run our app. So we'll see that as we go. We're going to bring things that our app would depend on. Now, if I press F5 to run this, we'll see that it defaults to an MVC homepage in the browser. So this confirms that our project is correctly structured and we've resolved our packages. And this is our working foundation. Very, very important. So part one is done. Solution is created. Folder structure has been organized. We've installed the NuGet packages. We've seen the program.cs scaled on. That is in shape. In part two, we'll proceed to build the domain models that will look at the work task and the application user. And then we're going to configure our environment core and we're going to create our first menu. So hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment. I will read everything. I will respond.